between the Northern Tier Stars and the Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning JV. I'm Eric. Blake Mortenson's going to be running color and camera tonight, and I'm going to be doing the play-by-play, my second game in a long time, so we're going to do it. The face-off was dropped. The puck is into the Grand Rapids zone. It's picked up by number 33 for Grand Rapids, Hannah Lafreniere. She dumps it into the zone. It's picked up by number 28 for Grand Rapids. She gets the shot on net. It goes wide. She's not on my roster again, which doesn't surprise me how our roster's been going this year, so we'll have to figure that out. Picked up by Grand Rapids. Coming out of the zone for Grand Rapids is Taylin Pomplum. She brings it up, picked up by the Northern Star. They're back to the blue line for Grand Rapids. Number 15 picks it up, goes across the line. It's an offside.
Well, we have two people watching right now. So if you're watching right now, make sure to spread the word to Northern Tier fans and family, friends, and obviously Grand Rapids Greenway fans as well. Make sure to tell family and fans and friends that we're doing the game, the JV and varsity game here this afternoon from the IRA Civic Center.
Grand Rapids has the puck back in their zone. It's picked up in the far corner by number 19, which is, I'm going to have to open my roster because they must have, I don't know if they forgot jerseys or what's going on, but none of these girls' numbers are on my roster. So Grand Rapids, I'll just kind of go with that, I guess. Grand Rapids gets it into the zone. They get a shot on net, saved by the goalie for Northern Tier, which is number 1. It's going to be, I guess they only got one. It's going to be Kaylee Colmau. If that's wrong, if the pronunciation's wrong, let me know. I'd say Carly Coolmo. Picked up by Grand Rapids back at the point by number 19. I'm going to have to go with maybe that might be Allie LeClaire. Dumped into the zone by number 2 for Grand Rapids. Morgan Karsrud, picked up by the Northern Star. They're coming out across their line at the blue line, get it to the red line. Picked up by number 28 for Grand Rapids, dumped back in. Now she picks it up again. She gets it. She gets a shot. It's deflected. She gets another shot. She has a chance in the slot. She shoots and scores. Number 28 for Grand Rapids gets the goal, and that's going to be Candace Erickson. Gets the goal. That was a nice play. She picked up the puck, and she kind of fought across the blue line. She tried to dump it. It hit somebody, deflected back to her. She skated around one of the Northern Tier players, was able to get a nice shot, put it in the left-hand side of the goalie. Grand Rapids leads 1-0. Kind of a play where I don't think the goalie thought it was going to make it to the net, and it went clearly into the net. With nobody interfering with it at all. Picked up by Grand Rapids behind the net, dumped around the left-hand side of the boards, picked up the number 20 of Grand Rapids, which is going to be Sam Barato. She picks up, dumps it out. It's picked up by number 23 of Grand Rapids, and offsides by Northern Tier. Just squared it across a little bit. I should have wrote these numbers down because the JV roster on the Grand Rapids side is they're half the size of the regular roster, and it's green on dark green with a black writing, so it's kind of tough. Bear with me, folks. I'll get her done. Dumped in, back out front. Oh, nice save by the goalie for Grand Rapids. Northern Star got a shot. It come off the inboard, off the dump in, right back out to the Northern Star player, which was number 15, Chloe Olson, got the nice shot on the goalie, and the goalie saved that for Grand Rapids was Abby Hendrickson.
Yeah, it took a weird carom off the backboards there, went right out front. Another shot there for Northern Tier, but yeah, it took a weird carom, like I said, and for Grand Rapids Greenway, the goaltender Hendrickson was ready for that one as she made the save.
It's picked up by Northern Tier. They dump it in. It's intercepted by Grand Rapids. Number 28 for Grand Rapids just dumps it in. Now it's picked up by Northern Tier at the far side. She comes up the half boards, cuts across the middle of the blue line, comes across the red line, coming into the close side for Grand Rapids. Number 27 is, she gets a nice shot on net. Number 27 was Alexa Oliver. That was a nice play. She couldn't find no one to pass it to. She just carried it across, brought it out of the zone, got across the red line. across the blue line, was able to get a nice shot on net. Nice save by the Grand Rapids goalie, Abby Hendrickson.
And probably some of our viewers right now are probably wondering who Northern Tier are. Northern Tier is a girls hockey co-op between St. Francis, North Branch, and Cambridge Isanti. To be honest, I actually did not know who Northern Tier was before I did some research on who they were. I looked at the schedule on MN Girls Hockey Hub, and I saw Northern Tier, and I wasn't sure who they were. It might be a newer name. I'm not sure if the Northern Tier was a team last year. I think the coach was saying, the coach for Northern Tier, Corey Denny, was saying that they added another program this year to make it 3 teams in this co-op. So it's a growing program. It looks like I would guess it's a newer program, newer name too. Northern Tier, probably a few years old.
And I would think it was. It said that when I read, they combined a bunch of youth games, and they don't have ages on some of these. Oh, they do have some ages for some of the girls, and there's a lot of 9th graders involved in this program for Northern Tier. But they Cambridge Isanti, St. Francis. A lot of these teams, they probably had low numbers, so it's a good thing they did put it together. But right now, Grand Rapids brings it out. We got number 19 bringing it out. I'm assuming that's going to have to be Ellie LeClaire. She brings it out. She's a freshman for Grand Rapids. Dump back in the Grand Rapids zone, no icing. It's going to be picked up by number 2 for Grand Rapids. That's going to be Morgan Karsrud. She brings it around. It's picked up by Grand Rapids. And we don't have a number 17 on either roster for Grand Rapids, so I couldn't tell you who that would be. She got the shot. I think it was. Yeah, I can tell you who it is. There's not a 17 on either roster, so sorry about that. Can't tell you who that is. But the face-off's to the left of the Northern Tier goalie. Shot through, deflected, hit her own player. Picked up by Northern Tier's number 4, Haley Olsen. She's trying to get it out. Number 20 for Grand Rapids picks up, deflected by Northern Tier. Northern Tier's trying to break it out of the zone. Fighting for it in the corner for Northern Tier's number 12, Coley Moline. And it's dumped back in behind the net. Grand Rapids is going to pick it up back to the defenseman. She lets it out. Goes into the Northern Tier box. We got a face-off just outside the blue line. Right now, I'm just going to say, right now it seems like there's just trying to fill each other out, trying to get comfortable in the game, kind of throwing the puck around a little bit. I'm sure we'll get a flow to this game soon.
I was just going to say we apologize for the roster here. Like Eric said, no number 17 on the Grand Rapids Greenway roster. We've been running into this issue quite a bit lately. Last night in Greenway Thief River Falls, that roster was all messed up. So once again, we apologize for that, and we'll do our best.
Picked up by Grand Rapids, dumped into the blue line, across the blue line. Number 4 for Grand Rapids picks it up. Taylin Pomplum. And I apologize if I'm mangling these names. Please let us know how they're pronounced if you can. Grand Rapids has a spot. Number 17 for Grand Rapids pulls it in. Shot in the goal. Really nice play. She worked around the Northern Star defenseman. She picked her corner. It's almost like she aimed up in the corner. Nice shot by number. Unfortunately, folks, that's our number 17 who we can't tell you who scored. That was a really nice play. She picked it up just inside the blue line, was able to walk around the defenseman. She was able to come in, and she picked her corner. Rapids up 2-0. 8:50 left in the second period. I'd have to say the shots right now, Grand Rapids kind of dominating right now. I'd say shots are probably 5-1. Shot out front, Grand Rapids saved by the goalie. Another shot, nice goal. Scored the goal by number 4 for Grand Rapids is going to be Taylin Pomplum. And that she caught a rebound. There again, Blake, those rebounds. You shoot, the goals are scored off rebounds. She made a nice shot. She took advantage of it. She put it in the upper corner. Grand Rapids leads 3-0, 8:37 of the first period left. I don't know. I'm sure sisters are probably going to go. I'm pretty sure number 17, she threw it out of the corner because we were talking about her. She threw it out of the corner, and it went in front of the net, deflected off the goalie, so I don't know, maybe she'll be the only one getting assist on the thing. But picked up by Grand Rapids, comes across the blue line by number 14, who's dumped in the corner. Number 4 has it again. She picks it out. It's out to the blue line. The shot is taken by number 19. The goalie saves it. Nice save. Rebound. She dropped on it, hit the goalie up high, dropped straight down. She fell on it, and the goalie has lost her helmet.
Well, there's nothing more the goaltender, Carly Kulamau, can do for this Northern Tier team. All 3 shots and goals for the Grand Rapids Greenway. All really good shots. Yeah. Shots in the slot. So there's nothing more the goaltender Kulamau could do. She's only a freshman, too. I just realized that. And it does say where they're from, actually, too. She's from Cambridge Isanti. If you look on the roster we got from the IRA Civic Center here, it does say where they're from, so that's kind of cool.
You know, one thing I can tell you, I just noticed number 9 for Grand Rapids, Emma Seeley. Man, she's got some speed. She was able to track down the Northern Tier player on that one, had 10 strides ahead of her and caught her and brought it back. Now it's back to the blue line for Northern Tier. It's shot in by number 12. It's deflected. She gets number 12. She sends it back in. The number 12 is going to be Chloe Mullane. Number 28 for Grand Rapids dumps it out, back in, right on net. She's got to move the puck. She moves it. Picked up by number 20 for Grand Rapids. She's going to be Sam Barato. She brings it around. Sent it out, carrying it out of the ice right now by number 28 for Grand Rapids. That's going to be Candace Erickson. She dumped it in the zone. It's picked up by number 23 on the far boards. Kind of thrown it out front. Nobody there. Dumped in again by number 17 for Grand Rapids. Brings around the backside of the net. Grand Rapids is going to get a change. Got some new fresh flags coming out there right now. Northern Tier coming out of the zone, get across the blue line. It's intercepted by number 4 for Grand Rapids, the goal scorer. She dumped it behind the net. Northern Tier's coming out on the on the bottom of the face-off by the face-off slots, and it's back. Oh, she tried to center the defenseman. Now she's able to pick. It's going to go down probably for icing on a poke. Grand Rapids moves the puck well. You know, it stinks. We don't know who number 17 is, and she's quite well. She's moving the puck well. She moves it around. Too bad, you know, we're going to have to find out who she is. I was wondering, you know, hopefully one of these parents or somebody would know and they'll send something into us who number 17 may be. Not on either roster. When that happens, I'm thinking somebody maybe left a jersey at home. You never know the story, but number 17 has the puck out. She brings it in. She shoots and scores. She carried the puck out from the corner, carried it out uncontested, come across the goal line, stepped in front of the goalie for Northern Tier. She put a backhand in on the short side. 4-0 Grand Rapids. 6:22 left in the first period. Grand Rapids off to a good start. They're kind of dominating this game right now. I'm sure the shots are probably 10-2. Kind of keeping tabs in my head. But I'd have to say pretty close to that. We're going to take a face-off center ice. Facing off for Grand Rapids is going to be Emma Seeley. Is going to take the draw for Grand Rapids against number 15 is Chloe Olsen for Northern Tier. Grand Rapids takes control. They bring it in the zone. Seeley picks it up. She dumps it in the zone. Goes behind the net. Northern Tier picks it up behind there. They're going to ring it around. Try to get a breakout pass. Intercepted by Grand Rapids. Number 28, Candace Erickson picks it up. She kind of interfered. She's kind of waiting around in the slot area. Intercepted by number 23 for Grand Rapids. Kate Beaver. Northern Tier is carrying the puck up. Got number 7 for the Ashlyn Grady. She's carrying it out of the zone. She got intercepted. It's back to the blue line. Rung around the backside of the net. Number 19 for Grand Rapids picks it up. That's going to be Allie LeClaire. She's carrying it in the zone. She lost it off her stick. It's picked up by Grand Rapids number 28, Candace Erickson. LeClaire has it. Pass it out front. Ooh. It was right on the stick of Carolina Shawn. Right on her stick, and she just couldn't get enough stick on it to get it in the net. It had a wide open net to shoot at. So the faceoff's going to come to the left-hand side of the goalie for Northern Tier.
So I just got a message in from Dave Jorgensen saying that the goaltender, or the number 17, is Mackenzie Cole.
Oh, the goalie for Grand Rapids is out skating.
Yeah, that's what he said. Number 17. There's actually, ironically enough, there's actually two Mackenzie Coles.
Are you kidding?
Yep, there's two Mackenzie Coles for Grand Rapids Greenway. But, yeah, Dave Jorgensen said it's the goaltender, Mackenzie Cole, number 17.
Really? Well, good for her. She's out skating. She's got some talent. She can skate. She's got the puck right now in front of the slot. She's looking as she goes in the far corner. She's going to dig with it. She's going to try to. She's behind the net. She pulls it back out. She tried to backhand it in. It would rebound off the goalie's pad, back in the corner. She's tired. She's going to come off the ice. It's in the far corner. It's going to be picked up by Northern Tier. They're going to push it along the half boards. It's shot back in by Grand Rapids. Number 23, and she scores. And the goal is going to go to Kate Beaver of Grand Rapids, a sophomore forward. Happened to be playing defense. All she did was looking to dump it back in the zone, throw it back in, and she threw it back in. The goalie just kind of misplayed it, went under her pad. 5-0 Grand Rapids, 4:18 left in the first period. Grand Rapids off to a good start. I have a funny feeling we're going to get some scoring. We talked about we needed some scoring this year. I think we're going to get it now, Blake.
Yeah, and if we have, the people watching, we still only have 7 people watching, so make sure to spread the word that we're streaming this junior varsity game right now, and, of course, the varsity game coming up. Tell family, friends, fans, just let them know, that we're doing this JV game and the varsity game coming up at 2 o'clock from the IRA Civic Center.
Picked up by Northern Tier at center ice. Dumped back in the zone. Going to be retrieved by Hannah Lafreniere. She's going to bring it out of the zone. She brings it out on the far boards. In front of the penalty box. She fights for it. Candace Erickson fights for it. It gets done. It's dumped back in the zone. No icing called on the play for Grand Rapids. Dumped behind the net. Picked up, carried out of the zone by number 15, Chloe Olsen for Northern Tier. She has a shot. She's in the slot. She gets a shot on net. Saves made by the goalie for Grand Rapids, Abby Hendrickson. That's the second time that Chloe Olsen's able to get a shot coming across the blue line. Northern Tier really hasn't been able to get much closer on the shot than that. Kind of limited getting in the zone there. But Grand Rapids playing a real tight game right now. They got a great offense. Lots of speed. Shots taken now. It's been intercepted by Grand Rapids. It's going to be picked up by Mackenzie Cole. She's carrying it in the zone right now. She's looking for someone to pass it to. She gets it over to her defenseman, number 19. 19 gets the shot on net. Rebound. It's a nice save by the goalie. It's pushed off to the half boards. It's pulled back out. Taylor Pomplin grabs it, knocks it back in the zone. Picked up by Mackenzie Cole. Mackenzie Cole carries it up. She's got it behind the net. She backhands it out, tried to get a centering pass. She's no one home for her. Picked up by Haley Olsen. Dumped back in the zone. Grand Rapids zone behind the Grand Rapids net. It's going to be picked up by number 2 for Grand Rapids. It's going to be picked up by Morgan Karsrud. She's carrying it in the zone. She gets, shot just goes wide of the net. It's back to number 4, Pomplin. She puts it out back to the defenseman. Defense for Grand Rapids. She picks it up. I keep forgetting that's going to be Allie Leclerc. Allie Leclerc makes a nice dump in, push back out. Back to Leclerc. She pushes it over to her centerman, Karsrud. Karsrud picks it up across the center line. Into Candace Erickson. Intercepted, dumped back in. Chloe Olsen chases after it for Northern Tier. And it's going to be icy on Grand Rapids. Number 19, Allie Leclerc, was trying to get it out of the zone, and no Grand Rapids player caught it and was sent down for icing. This Grand Rapids team looks really, really good. They move the puck well. They get, the passes might not be directly on, but, man, they got enough speed they can catch up to it and move the puck. And so that's been really decent. Picked up by Grand Rapids behind their own net. It's going to be number 20, Liv Hofstad. She brings it across. She passes it, gets it up. Number 9 for Grand Rapids is carrying it in the zone. Emma Seeley. She digs for it in the corner, back to her defenseman. Pastor defenseman. It's going to go back to number 33, Hannah Lafreniere. She's bringing it in the zone. She's carrying it in the zone. There's going to be a tripping penalty. Power play for Grand Rapids. Hannah Lafreniere was carried across the blue line. She got tripped. I think if she was one more move, she was going to get a good, nice shot. So I missed who's going to get the penalty here. It's going to be number 24 for Northern Tier, Haley Turner. She's going to get a 2-minute for tripping. So that's probably not what Northern Tier needed right now, being down 5-0. Grand Rapids moving the puck well, shooting the puck well. Get them on the power play. I see they got number 4 for Grand Rapids. Is going to Talon Poplin's going to take it. Got Mackenzie Cole out on there on the line. It's picked up by Grand Rapids behind the net. Carried in by Grand Rapids across the blue line. Number 9 for Northern Tier dumps it out. It's picked up by number 33. She dumps in Sam Olsen for Grand Rapids. Picked up by Northern Tier's number 4. Haley Olsen dumps it in. Offside.
Well, we have Laura H. joining us here this afternoon, asking who Northern Tier is. Once again, it's a girls hockey co-op between St. Francis, North Branch, and Cambridge Isanti.
Carried in by number 23 for Grand Rapids, Kate Beaver. Passes back out to the defenseman. Nice shot. Blocked by Northern Tier. Another shot by Grand Rapids just goes wide into the first period. Grand Rapids, entertaining first period. This Grand Rapids junior varsity team skating well, moved the puck well. They capitalized on a couple of mistakes by Northern Tier. Goals. I'd have to say the shots have got to be probably, I'm just going to go on a limb and say 15-3.
That's probably right.
Pretty close to that. 5-0.
Yeah, it was all Grand Rapids in the first period here. They're just more skilled and more talented and faster than this Northern Tier JV team. They did a good job, though. They still have a minute or 55 seconds remaining on their power play to start the second period. Got to credit Northern Tier. Grand Rapids Greenway didn't get much going on the power play. I mean, they still lead 5-0 by quite a few goals, but we'll see if the Grand Rapids Greenway power play unit can get something going to start the second period.
You know, the one thing I see with Northern Tier, I'm sure these girls are still getting used to playing with each other. You take 3 towns. You know, when you're a youth playing, you get used to playing with the same people. You throw 3 teams together, you don't know girls. You start to get to know them. I mean, and you heard what the coach said in the interview earlier. It was tough for these girls being 3 different towns, but the captains took it upon themselves to kind of make it happen with these girls. It's, you know, I'm watching right now, and there's just, you know, they are outmatched talent-wise. But, you know, you got to start somewhere. Look at, you know, I mean, be honest with you. I know my play-by-play is probably pretty ugly, but the one thing I need to do is improve on memorizing the names and the numbers. When I was doing color years ago, I didn't look at the brochure. I knew by the third period, I knew every single player on the ice. And I think that's it'll come back. But I do believe that Northern Tier right now, they're playing really well hockey. I mean, it's, you know, they're doing the best they can. The varsity team is quite well. I've seen that, you know, I'm kind of interested to see the next game coming up. They got some of the players. I'm sure some of the same girls are going to be out there skating again. I looked down their roster this morning. You know, some of these girls, I don't see none of the names on the JV team here, but they're 7 right now. They're in you know, they only play 4 teams in their conference. They're in the Mississippi 8 conference. They play against Chisago Lakes, Northern Tier, and then Pine City area, and then Princeton. And, you know, I know that it's a learning process and a growing process. If you put 3 towns together, in due time, Blake, they're going to come up with some good hockey players. They're going to come up with some good, you know, From the looks of it right now, I'd have to say that this Jenna Kurkowski on the varsity, she's got 6 goals, 3 assists, and I was reading she plays quite well, you know. But getting ready to start the second period here. Grand Rapids still on a power play for the next 55 seconds. We've got taking the face off for Grand Rapids. We're going to start out. He's going to be number 3 for Grand Rapids, which is going to be Justine Karsrud. Against number 4 is going to be Haley Olsen for Northern Tier. Grand Rapids to take the puck off the bat. Mackenzie Cole will dump it around the backside of the net. Grand Rapids dump and chase. Karsrud chase is dumped back out of the zone by Northern Tier. No icing. They're on the penalty kill. Rung around the back. Picked up by Karsrud. She dumps it out. Back in the zone. Well, I'm really confused because there's another Mackenzie Cole, number 24. So we got 2 Mackenzie Coles on the ice.
Yeah, that's weird. It's same name, same last name. They're not related, I don't think.
That's that's weird. So we got a number 24 Mackenzie Cole and we got a number 17 Mackenzie Cole. One's defense, one's a forward.
It's spelled slightly different though, just slightly different. But yeah, that's really strange.
Well,
really strange.
I thought I was reading something wrong there for a second. And leave it to be my second game of play-by-play, Blake. I got to deal with that. Picked up by the other Mackenzie Cole as she comes across the red line. She backs it out to the other Mackenzie Cole. Be better off going 24-17 and not confuse everybody, and I confuse myself. Picked up by Cole. She dumps out of the zone. Dumped in the zone by Karsrud. Back behind the Northern Tier net. Comes out Northern Tier's carrying it across the line. Returner dumped it in. Back by Grand Rapids. Dumped in the zone. It's going to be chased in the far corner by number 9. Emma Seeley dumps it back to the blue line, keeps it in. It's going to be dumped over. Number 23 for Grand Rapids carries it. She's got it. That's number Kate Beaver, one of the goal scorers for Grand Rapids tonight. It's going to be icing on Northern Tier.
Well, I would like to take this time to thank our sponsors, the Rink Sports Grill in Evelyn, Iron Range Apparel, Minnesota Twist Drill, Anthony's Heating, AC and Refrigeration, G&B Environmental, Winnie Trading Post, for this week, Iron Range Goalie Academy, and also Jameson Geisler and 90 Degree Media. We just launched our new website last night, so if you're looking to check that out, it's simply upnorth.com or upnorthhockey.com, as we have another goal here for Grand Rapids Greenway. But like I said, yeah, sorry about that. upnorthhockey.com. You can find all kinds of information about our company, rankings, game schedule, on top of other things. So make sure to check that out. Once again, upnorth.com. Upnorthhockey.com.
No. That was a nice goal by Samantha Olsen. She had a really nice shot from the blue line, caught the left-hand corner of the goalie. I believe the assist, from what I've seen, the assist is going to go to number 9 for Grand Rapids. Emma Seeley was able to get it back to her. Now it's carried back by Grand Rapids. Shot on net, saved by the goaltender for Northern Tier. Wrapped around the corner. It's dumped in by Kate Beaver. Kate Beaver across the middle. Picked back up by number 28 for Grand Rapids. It's going to be Caden Erickson in the front. She gets a shot. It gets deflected wide. Picked up by Northern Tier. They're going to dump it out of the zone. Shot picked up by Olsen. She dumps it back in the corner. Come in front of the net. Just dumped out of the zone by Northern Tier. It's not going to make it for icing. It's going to be on net. Goalie for Grand Rapids, Abby Hendrickson, dumps it back out to her defenseman. Oh, Mackenzie Cole gets it crossed over to number 14 for Grand Rapids. A nice shot. Nice 2 saves. Picked up on the rebound. Nice save by the goalie for Northern Tier, Carly Como. Picked up by, that's kind of a scrum in the back. Mackenzie Cole chasing it behind the net. the goalie from the goalie that plays for Grand Rapids. Number 33 for Grand Rapids has the puck. Abby Hendrickson, she shoots it in. No. Lafreniere, excuse me, I'm sorry. Hannah Lafreniere. Apologize for that, folks. Hannah Lafreniere is the one that actually scored the goal for Grand Rapids. Number 33. It's hard to read that. I should probably write them down, but I'm not going to be able to. Got a penalty on Northern Tier. It's going to go to Bianca Binger. It's going to be iced on by the Northern Tier. Behind the Grand Rapids net, back to pick it up for Grand Rapids. It's going to be Karsrud. She shoots it up. She gets it off. It's kind of intercepted. Dumped back in by number 27, Alexa Oliver for Northern Tier. Puck rung around. It's going to be picked up by number 24 for Grand Rapids. Mackenzie Cole. Mackenzie Cole carries it across the line. She's going to take a shot, just missing that wide. Picked up by Northern Tier behind the net. It's going to be picked up by number 24, Haley Turner. She's going to carry it out, dumps it out. She takes a kind of a good collision at the blue line there. Back over to Karsrud. Karsrud gets it up to Mackenzie Cole. Mackenzie Cole has it in the slot. Mackenzie Cole's getting ready. She's walking in. She's got a clear shot. She's going to be able to hang on to it. She carries it back around the half board. She's going to circle back around. She gets in the slot. She gets a shot. And a nice glove save by the goalie, Colmo, for Northern Tier. It's going to be shot back on the other end. No ice. It's going to be shot on net. Picked up by Karsrud. Karsrud's going to get the long pass out. She had two people streaking. It's going to be carried in by number 9 for Grand Rapids, Seeley. Seeley gets a shot just wide of the net. It's shot back out. Oh, wasn't able to keep it in. Going to be offsides. You know, the goalie, she made a couple nice saves. Mackenzie Cole, for being a goalie, that was pretty good talent there. She kept the puck away from them guys for a while. Puck's back to, it's going to be Lafreniere, gets it over to her defense partner. It's going to be brought in by Erickson. The Northern Tier player pulls it out. It's going to be picked back up, dumped in past the zone. It must have been off the Grand Rapids player. No icing called on the play. It's going to be chased down by Liv Hofstad. She gets it out of the zone, picked back up by Northern Tier. Northern Tier's number 27 takes it across the board. Alexa Oliver just dumps it in the corner. She's chasing after it. Back over to Lafreniere. She dumps out of the zone. It's picked up by Erickson. Erickson's going to carry it across the blue line. It's a 2-on-1 for Grand Rapids. Erickson's got the puck. She gets across the middle. She shoots it. It was a rebound. The goalie pushed it out. And number 14 for Grand Rapids just wasn't able to get a stick on it. Dumped back in the zones. Picked up by Lafreniere back in the zone for Grand Rapids. Seeley picks it up. She carries it around the net. She's going to carry it out of the zone herself. She's looking for a headman the puck. She's going to keep carrying it. She comes around to the red line. She loses it. She gets control again. She loses it, and it's dumped back in. The Grand Rapids goalie has come out, played the puck. She gets it up to Justine Karsrud. She picks it up. She dumps it in the zone. Grand Rapids, they get the puck out front. Puck back to the defenseman, Mackenzie Cole. She gets the puck. She put back over to Karsrud. Nope. She dumps it in, back around the net. Cole keeps it in. Back around the net to Mackenzie Cole. Mackenzie Cole's trying to get it out front. She's fighting for it in the corner. She's putting a good battle on. She's got real strong on her leg. Oh, big hit. That's Mackenzie Cole's going to go. She got her elbows up pretty high. Caught the girl up around the head. We're going to give her a roughing penalty on that one. At the 8:03 remaining left in the second period, Grand Rapids leads 6-0. Total dominance by Grand Rapids in this one. I give credit to the goalie for Northern Tier. She's played well. She stopped some nice shots. Got tricked by a couple other ones, but for the most part, they're putting up a good battle. They're on the power play now. Shot in the zone by Alexis Oliver for Northern Tier. fight for it behind the net. It's going to be back to the Oliver gets it. She's going to get another shot. She dumps it back in the corner. Olsen chases after it. Back out front. Picked up by Grand Rapids. She's going to skate it out of the zone. Emma Seeley's going to get a change. Going to get some fresh legs out there. Northern Tier picks it up. They're on the power play. They're carrying it out of the zone. Come across their own blue line. Carrying it across the red line. Number 7, Allison Grady. She brings it in. She loses the control. Picked up by Grand Rapids again. Back out. Northern Tier picks it up at their own red line. At the red line. Dump back in the zone. Thought that would have been icing. It's not. Karsrud, she's just going to dump it down, throw it for icing. It's shot on net. Goalie's going to sit down and save it. I'm kind of scared. I thought that was going in. Dump back out to center ice. Picked up by Northern Tiers number 4. Haley Olsen, she loses it. She's fighting for it. Dumped in the zone by Carlissa Anderson. Dumped back in the zone. Northern Tier zone by number 20, Seeley. Karsrud picks it up. She gets the shot. Look off the side of the net. She's going to come and get a change now. Northern Tier gets it out. They're trying to get out of their zone. Northern Tier's on the power play still for another 28 seconds. Seeley gets it blocked back in. Now it's dumped back in by Erickson. Erickson's going to dump it back in. Chasing the puck in for Grand Rapids is going to be number 14, Carolyn LaShawn. She's digging behind the net for it. She's fighting for it. She's going to get to it first. She's going to get it. She's going to end up with getting a shot here. Skeet's fighting. Dumped out of the zone. Lafreniere chases back into the corner. She kind of looks. She's going to dump it back on the half boards, try to get out of the zone. It's going to be picked up by Caroline LaShawn. So pass it over to out of the penalty box. It was right on Mackenzie Cole's stick. She lost it. Dumped back in by Northern Tier. Northern Tier chases behind their net right now. Picked up by Lafreniere. We're going to get a penalty. Northern Tier, I'm pretty sure they're going to call it a checking penalty. Picked up by Lafreniere. She's carrying it in the zone. Looks like we're 24 is going to go for them. It's going to be Haley Turner. You know, last year, Blake, and I don't know if you noticed this, I was doing a game last year with Sheldon. These girls can get violent. They play a rough game. And I noticed that last year, they get to the point to where they're aggressive. They're real aggressive. And they're good hockey players. A lot of talent here. I said to you before the game, sometimes I watch these girls. You tell them one time, you watch them, they play very fundamental hockey.
I thought there was maybe going to be a penalty on Grand Rapids Greenway there for a premature substitution. I thought there was maybe 6 players out there with the goalie out there, but evidently not. I thought that was maybe going to be called by the referee, but I could be wrong too. The 6th player might have came out right after the whistle there, but I thought for sure that was going to be premature substitution against Grand Rapids Greenway.
Puck's rung back around. It's picked up by Karsrud. She's going to dump it out on the far side. Picked up by Erickson. Erickson's looking to get it over to Beaver. Beaver brings it across. It's passed over to number 9. She's going to dump in the corner. Seeley. Dump back in the corner. Mackenzie Cole's going to pick it up. She's going to carry it across her own blue line. She's carrying it across the zone. She goes across the blue line. She's going to get a shot on net. Shot deflected into the corner. She's going to chase after it. Dumps it back to her defenseman. Mackenzie Cole, the defense, picks it up. I'm glad there's only 2 of them out there. Mackenzie Cole's going to carry it across the blue line. The goalie, Mackenzie Cole, she's going to carry it over. She gets a pass across the center, gets intercepted. There's Northern Tier's just going to ice it. Goalie brings it out, picked up by Lafreniere. Lafreniere's looking to find someone. It's going to be picked back up and sent it back. Oh, that's going to be a shot on net. That had to be a save. That was awareness. And that was a nice shot. She wound up, took a pretty good shot there. Number 12, Chloe Moline. Now it's dug in the corner by Mackenzie Cole, the goalie. A goalie. I shouldn't say the goalie. She is a goalie. Number 20 for Grand Rapids picks it up. That's Hofstede. She dumps it behind the net. Comes out to the point. Lafreniere's going to pick it up. She's going to get a shot deflected. Comes out of the zone. Picked up by Hofstede. Hofstad just kind of dumps it into the midsection, dumped in the zone by Karsrud. Mackenzie Cole has it. She's circling through. She's going to get her own rebound. She's fighting for it. She's on her knees fighting for it. Number 14 for Grand Rapids picks it up. That's Carolina Shawn. She's fighting for it on the half boards here. She gets it out. Top of the face-off circle. Northern Tier's carrying it out. Karsrud's going to chase after it. It's going to be kept in by Hofstad. It's just going to be iced down the zone. It's going to be on another shot on net. It's picked up in the corner. It's going to be picked up by Haley Turner. Haley Turner's carrying it in the zone. Hofstad picks it up in the far board. She's going to get it out of the zone. She's going to man it up there. Erickson just going to dump it in the zone. Chase after it hard. Kate Beaver was chasing after it. Now it's back to Seeley. Seeley gets it in front of the net. Erickson gets a shot. Erickson scores a goal. Nice hustle by Erickson on that play. She fought from one end to the other. She got the rebound. She stayed with it. The play was really made. The play was really made on that play. Karsrud brought it in the zone. Seeley had chased after it. And then, Erickson was in the right place, the right time. I would have to say Erickson got a shot, come back. Beaver got a shot. And then Erickson was able to find the open net, make it 7-0 Grand Rapids with 2:11 left in the second period. Now it's Erickson again. Erickson shoots high and caught the goalie up high. Nice save. Brought back to the defenseman. The Grand Rapids saved by the Northern Tier goalie. Grand Rapids got a little pressure going right now. Picked up by Seeley. Seeley gets it. Mackenzie Cole gets a shot off the inboards. Oh, nice play. Not sure who's going to get that one. I know we're going to get an assist going to Mackenzie Cole. Number 23 is going to be Kate Beaver's going to get an assist, and I believe the goal is going to go to number 9. We're going to get the goal to Emma Seeley gets the goal. She was the one that was high-fiving everybody. I'm assuming she's the one that was in the far corner. So kind of a scrum in front of the net. Chased after it by Karsrud. Karsrud gets it back around. Karsrud's going to throw it. She's going to carry it. She's going to give it to her defenseman. Lafreniere gets a shot on net. In the goal. Number 33, Lafreniere gets her second goal of the game with the same shot from the blue line. Same goal. It was kind of a really nice play by Mackenzie Cole. Karsrud carried it out. Cole carried it in. Karsrud carried it back out to the zone. Dropped the puck off to Lafreniere. Lafreniere was to take the shot. Scored 9-0 Grand Rapids. Minute 26 left in the second period.
That's got to be a girls' JV hockey record. 3 goals in about 30 seconds or so.
And yeah, you're right. I mean, this is, you know what, Blake? This is one of those games where the other night I did play-by-play in the JV Duluth East game, and memorizing numbers was hard to do. Why for Grand Rapids today? Because they're scoring goals, they're moving the puck. Maybe I recognize orange-black a little better, but it's easier to memorize them today for some reason. So Grand Rapids playing well. They're playing really well. I'm sure the coaching staff has to be happy. There's a lot of happy parents sitting around. Like we talked about early, Northern Tier, new team, assuming they're a new team, working together, not giving up. Puck's brought back to number 24 for Grand Rapids. Shoots it wide. It's deflected off of number 12. Turner, she gets it. Karsrud keeps it in. It's going to be picked up by Seeley. She loses it. It's going to be dumped in the zone by Grand Rapids. Carried across the line. Picked up by number 9. Seeley shoots and scores. Seeley, that was a nice play by Seeley. She's been on the puck all day long. Grand Rapids leads 10-0. 25 seconds left in the second period. I'm sure assists are going to go to number 23. Beaver's going to get an assist. Erickson's going to get an assist on that one. Brought in the play by Karsrud, carried back in by Seeley. Comes across. Erickson has the puck. She's going to carry it across the zone. Fighting for it. Oh, she just missed it. It's brought across the line by Northern Tier's number 14. She's just going to dump it in the zone. It was brought in. Not number 14, number 15 dumped it in. Chloe Olson. After 2 periods of play, 10-0 Grand Rapids Junior Varsity, people getting goals. We got probably, I'll say 3 players that's got at least 2 goals. So kind of hopefully Northern Tier go in, get refreshed, regroup, get some legs back. Shots probably on net right now. I'm just going to go on the limb. What do you think, Blake? I'd say at least 25 to maybe 5. Somewhere real close to that.
Probably more for Grand Rapids Greenway.
Grand Rapids is dominating this thing.
But I was going to say, Northern Tier has been around since at least 2009. I just looked on MN Girls Hockey Hub, and they have been around.
Really?
Because, on MN Hockey Hub, they only have records that dates back to 2009, but they have been around since then.
Okay.
So I'm assuming they've been around for even before that, too. So they have been around for a while. The coach did mention, Corey Denny did mention that they added a new program this year. Not sure which program that is, but it used to only be 2 programs. Now it's 3 programs to make up Northern Tier.
Well, and we'll see something different as varsity comes up. You don't know what's going to happen with this varsity thing. It might be good. We'll wait and see. We'll take a break and give a shout out to our ads, and we'll be back for the 3rd period. Thank you. Back here at the Iowa State Civic Center, game between Northern Tier Stars and the Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning JV game. Score is 10-0 in favor of the Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning. They've just dominated this game. I'd have to say the shots kind of talked to somebody. With shots would probably be 30-5. They played really well. We've got at least 3 players on the team. We've not been keeping the stats, but 3 players on the team that's got at least 2 goals apiece. I know that Hannah Lafreniere's got 2 goals. I would have to say that number 28, Candace Erickson's got 2 goals. And I believe Kenzie McCole, number 17, Kenzie Cole, the goalie, got 2 Mackenzie Coles on the team. The goalie, she's got 2 goals. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm pretty sure we're going to go to running time right now, so this will be a quick 15 minutes. Then we'll get into it. But I kind of, I did a little research earlier today on this Northern Tier just to kind of see what's going on. This up-and-coming game coming up, the varsity for Northern Tier, they've got a record of 7-2. They've got a power play. It's not the best. It's kind of, their power play is doesn't even really exist. But their penalty kill is 87.5%. We're going to start the game off right now. We're going right now. That's brought into the zone by Northern Tier. Number 33, Sam Olsen, going to chase it behind the net. It's going to be brought back by number 29. She's going to chase after it. Haven't seen her on the ice yet today. Her name is Cicely Lero. She dumps it back. Going to be picked up back by Grand Rapids, dumped in. It's going to be dumped into the zone. Brought back across the ice by brought back by number 33, Olsen. She carried it in the zone. She was trying to get a shot, lost it. Dumped in behind the Grand Rapids zone. She's going to be picked up by Lafreniere. She's going to dump it back around, out to the blue line. Stopped by number 27. That's going to be Oliver for Northern Tier. She gets a shot. I do believe that went off the skate of her own player. Olsen. Charity Olsen, and that caught her in the ankle. She kind of suffered. She stayed out there. Picked up by Lafreniere. She's just going to try to get out of zone. Picked up by Northern Tier. Got a little pressure going on here. Shot, save. Right there, saved by Grand Rapids goaltender Abby Hendrickson. A little different start this third period than I really anticipated. Grand Rapids back kind of got pushed into their zone. Got a couple extra skaters that weren't out here the first half for Northern Tier. I'm sure they got some people skating double duties, so high school players are allowed to skate 4 periods, so you might see a whole extra line out here this game. Or this period, should I say. Number 7 picks it up, dumped in. Mackenzie Cole picks it up. She's going to carry it in the zone. Dump back out. Mackenzie Cole gets a shot. Nice save. Nice shot by Mackenzie Cole from the slot area. Saved by number 35 is going to be switch goal. We're going to put in, this is going to be Megan Gibbs going to play goalie now. This is our varsity starting goalie for Northern Tier. She's going to step in and play goalie in this third period for Northern Tier. Puck shot in by Grand Rapids. Picked up by Northern Tier, rung around the far boards. Shot, Karsrud deflected, almost put in the net. That was really close. Karsrud almost got another goal there. Pucks it back over to Grand Rapids. It's going to be dumped back in by Grand Rapids. Number 9, Seeley's going to dump it in. Puck saw far boards. It's going to be picked up by Lafreniere. She's going to pick it up, carry it across the board. She dumps it in the zone. Hofstad's going to take chase after it. It's going to be put on the near boards here. Karsrud dumps back in. Hofstad gets a hold of it. Back out to Lafreniere at her own blue line. Headman pass to Mackenzie Cole. Mackenzie Cole is going to carry it across. Makes a nice move on the defenseman. Headman's the puck. It's picked up by, intercepted by Mackenzie Cole again. She's going to Get it back. They're going to get back to defenseman. It's going to be picked up. It's going to come in. That's going to be a new player, too, for them. That's going to be number 28. That's going to be Ashton Parnell is going to carry it in the zone, gets a shot. 29, excuse me. That's going to be number 29, Cicely Lero. Puck's going to be shot down the ice. Hits the referee. Not going to go anywhere. Brought back up by the Northern Tier. Maline's going to carry it in, dumps it in the zone. Back behind the net. Lafreniere's going to pick it up. She's going to dump it over. It's going to be picked up by... it's going to be carried across the line by number 15 for Grand Rapids. Is going to be, another new player. Somebody wasn't on the ice earlier, getting some play. Intercepted by Northern Tier. Carried across the slot area is going to be Chloe Olsen. She loses it. She's going to be intercepted by Grand Rapids. They're going to carry it back across. It's going to be thrown into the zone. Grand Rapids is going to get a change. Getting all new fresh players out there right now. Hofstad's going to take chase, number 20 for Grand Rapids. Ooh, she almost had it. Puck was shot out. Shot over by Seeley. Seeley's over to her other defenseman. It's going to be dumped in by Erickson. Has it back at her own blue line. She's back over to Seeley. It's going to be dumped up, intercepted by Northern Tier at the blue line. Seeley's going to carry it across the red line. It's going to be picked up. Hofstad's going to pick it up. Hofstad's fighting for it at red line. It's going to be carried across the blue line, dumped in the zone, picked up by Erickson. Erickson's going to pick it up. Mackenzie Cole picks it up at the blue line. She's going to skate past. She's got had a Karsrud wide open in the center. Wasn't able to get it to her. Hofstad fights for it on the half board. Mackenzie Cole's going to come across. She's carrying it across up front. Oh, she gets pushed into the goalie. Mackenzie Cole got pushed in the goalie over the top of the goalie, trying to get the shot. She was pushed in there and no penalty on the play, which probably wasn't one penalty anyways, but I don't know. Number 24 looked like she would kind of just bowled her way over the top of her.
I don't know if I agree with the whistle there. The Northern Tier player pushed the Grand Rapids Greenway player into the goalie. Then they blew the whistle. It's not like the helmet or anything came off the goaltender for the Stars.
Wow.
It doesn't matter. It's a 10-0 game. But I just thought, it was probably the right call. I mean,
no, I agree with you. That shouldn't have been a whistle. But what about over here when the Grand Rapids player was just leveled and the referee just kind of skated by it? I know it's a 10-0 goal, and it's in running time right now, but still treated like a hockey game. Karsrud gets it down deep. I noticed, I don't know if you noticed, but the defensemen are playing forward now, and the forwards are playing defense now for Grand Rapids Greenway girls.
Really?
They've switched back. You got Seeley playing defense. You got Karsrud playing up front now. Puck is put up along the board. Hofstad's still playing forward. Hofstad, she'll carry the puck, dumped in by Karsrud. Mackenzie Cole is going to pick it up in the far corner, intercepted. It's intercepted by Northern Tier. Number 24 is going to bring it across the red line. Turner, she's trying to dump it in the zone. It's intercepted. It's knocked back in the corner. Turner's going to chase after it with Lafreniere. Got a new player out there for number 5 is going to be Arlene Putnam. It's dumped on Grand Rapids. Is going to just try to get it out of the zone. Intercepted by number 6. There's Bianca Binger. She's going to throw it in. It's rung around the net by Erickson. Mackenzie Cole's going to pick it up. Lost her stick. She'd have had a nice break. Fast as she is, she lost the stick. She's going to get a change. Puck out. Lafreniere's going to dump the puck back in the zone. It's going to be intercepted by Moline. She's going to send it back around. Another new player on the ice for them is Madison Neubauer. She just dumps it down. It's going to be picked up in front of the net here. Nice save by the Grand Rapids goalie, Abby Hendrickson. That was a nice save. It was a number 3 for Carlissa Anderson coming in, streaking. She's another new girl playing in this third period. Carried it in. Number 12, Oliver Turner just shoots it wide. Picked up by Grand Rapids. They got a 2-on-1 coming down the zone. It's going to be, they fight it. Turner intercepts them. picked up back on the blue line by Seeley. Seeley's going to carry it forward. Seeley's going to come across from blue line. She's got, Seeley gets it. Nice save by the goalie is going to be Megan Gibbs. She's their starting goalie for the varsity, number 35, Megan Gibbs. She's had a great season. You know, I look at her things here, and she's got she's got a 9.973 save percent this year. So she's faced a lot of shots too, Blake.
So just kind of previewing the varsity game coming up here at the IRA Civic Center. The Northern Tier Stars come into the game with a record of 7-2 overall, 3-1 in their Mississippi Conference. Also, other stats on this Northern Tier team. Goals for, 29 goals, and 15 goals allowed. So they're off to a pretty good start. Leading scorers, actually defenseman number 11, Jasmine Sybil, has 5 goals, 5 assists for 10 points. Also on their first line at center, Jenna Kurkowski, 6 goals, 3 assists for 9 points. Jenna Hari with 3 goals, 4 assists, and 7 points. And also Ashton Parnell, 2 goals, 6 assists for 8 points. So a lot of players that can put the puck in the net, including their top line for this Northern Tier team. It doesn't look like they have a lot of players. They only have 3 lines listed here for forwards. And a lot more defensemen, actually. They have 3 sets of defensemen. So, and also another defenseman. So that makes it 7 defensemen on the varsity roster here. So, yeah, just talking about some of those players. A few players that can that have some skill and can put the puck in the net.
You know, I was looking earlier, and the only thing I didn't look at is who they were playing. But you know what? Some of these girls, 10, 9, 6, 8, 7 points in the 9 games they played. They're and then in their conference right now, they're 3-1. So the Chisago Lakes is 4-0. Like I said, I really don't know who else they play. I did not look. I apologize for that. I probably should have. But I just kind of was getting some player stats, trying to figure out who Northern Tier was. But it does look like they do got some firepower. And there's been a couple of girls out here that went by that are skating that weren't skating the first 2 periods of the JV game. So, and you've seen a little bit right now. Those girls on the ice right now have kind of turned the tide a little bit. Most of the play has been in the Grand Rapids zone this period, and I don't know if it's because I said it a minute ago. See, Rapids going to ice the puck right now because they're on the penalty kill. But Grand Rapids kind of shifted up a little bit. Some defensemen are playing forward, and some of the forwards are playing defense. Got a 10-0 lead. Trying new things. At this age, you can transition from a defenseman to a forward, or some forwards may be better defensemen, and this is where you're going to find this stuff out in games like this. Do you like it here? You played forward your whole life. Maybe you like to play defense. I played forward up until I was a Bantam, and I decided to go back and play defense, and I like defense way better than playing forward. I don't know why. Everybody tells me I spent half my life going backwards playing hockey. Well, it's carried in by Northern Tier right now. It's going to be carried in by number 7, Grady. She's going to dump it in the zone. It's going to be picked up back over to number 33. Oh, it's deflected. Nice block. Oh, just shot wide. The block was by Grace Savagini. 70. Thank you, Blake. It's going to be picked back up, shot out of the zone, just icing the puck, getting a new change, getting some fresh legs out there for Grand Rapids. Greenway girls, Lightning. Oh, puck was deflected. Grand Rapids back at full strength. 2:47 left in this game. This was a running time, 3rd period. Hofstad, she's going to chase after it. She's got it. She pokes it out front. It's picked up by Mackenzie Cole. Mackenzie Cole, I don't know if she'll get the goal. She may. Yep, she must be the one that's going to get the goal. I would have to say, from my calculations, I believe that's Mackenzie Cole's 3rd goal of the game. If that's the case, she gets herself a hat trick. And
I believe it is her 3rd goal of the game.
That is the goalie, Mackenzie Cole. So That's impressive. You know, I played hockey with a lot of goalies, and I'm sure you have over your time. They're good skaters. Good skaters.
Well, just previewing the varsity game for Grand Rapids Greenway, they come into the game with a record of 6-5. They're coming off a victory over Clocasko Carleton on Tuesday night. This Lightning team, varsity team, has been up and down. They've had some good wins, and also they've been in a lot of close games. The thing I've noticed with this Grand Rapids Greenway team, the third period is not their friend. They've lost a lot of hockey games in the third period. I think the team just needs to play all 3 periods of the hockey game. And you know they have a lot of talent with Claire Vekic, Mercury Bischoff, also Jazzy Bischoff. A lot of players on this Lightning team that can put the puck in the net. You know, they're very talented. They just got to put it all together and play all 3 periods, like I said.
You know, if I'm not mistaken, Blake, I think they forgot to put that goal on the board. It should be 11-0. You know. Well, it matters to these kids.
Yeah, we have under 1 minute remaining here in this third period of play. The time's just going to tick down here. Dominating victory for Grand Rapids Greenway here this afternoon in the JV matchup.
Picked up by Grand Rapids, put into a back behind in the northern tier zone. Down in the corner, it's going to be brought back out. It's going to be tried to fought back out by northern tier number 7. She's going to chase for it. Seeley's going to beat her to the puck. Seeley's going to come around the backside of the net. Loses her skate. We're picked up by Grand Rapids. 13 seconds left. If they're going to get something going, she's going to have to get a shot. Nice move. It's going to be offsides.
That's going to do it here from the IRA Civic Center. 3 seconds remaining. The time's going to tick down. Dominating 11-0 victory for the Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning in this JV matchup. We'll have the varsity game coming up on Up North Hockey in about 15 minutes. We'll start that stream for that. Make sure to spread the word that we're doing the varsity game. I noticed we didn't have many people watching the game here this afternoon. We had a couple more people jump on, but make sure to spread the word to family, friends, fans that we're doing the varsity game here in about a half hour between Grand Rapids Greenway and Northern Tier. So anything else, Eric?
You know, to be honest with you, like you said, it was a completely dominant game. Now it's just time for, some of these players that skate in double duty to regroup, get it together and keep their heads high, come back and fight. Grand Rapids played well. I expect to see the Grand Rapids girls come out. They got to, like you just said, they got to play 3 periods. They've lost a couple games in that third period. They've got to play good hockey.
A lot of games.
Yeah.
The other game we did here at the IRA Civic Center, it was against North Wright County. They were leading in that third period. They also had a 5-minute major power play. And late in that third period, North Wright County came back and tied it up, and then they ended up winning that game in overtime. Some other games, they let up a lot of goals to Proctor Hermitown in that third period, losing 10-2. They played a very good Roseau team tough. I think they're leading in the third period. Then they lost the game there. So, like I said, the third period has not been Grand Rapids Greenway's friend. So, like you said and like I said, they just got to play all 3 periods of hockey.
One of the biggest things I say, and I've seen it a couple times this week, is just literally you cannot sit back on your heels. You sit back on your heels, you might as well just, take your skates off and go home. That's the way I feel. And I don't care what people think about. That's how I feel. I know just if you're not going to play 110%, just go home. Especially third period. You're up 3-1. That 2-goal lead. You said it earlier. 2-goal lead's tough to carry. So with that, we'll finish. We'll get ready for this next feed. Be sure to spread the word. Come back, watch us we're going to put another link up. Come back and watch us. Hopefully it's a good game. Thanks for tuning in. And I'm Eric. That's Blake. And we'll be back in about 15.
Yeah, we'll see you later. Should be up in about 15 minutes. So have a good day, everyone.